Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron and it's Saturday, so you know what that means. It's time for my weekly news roundup for week 38 of 2020. Lots of good information coming at you, so buckle down. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to support smaller channels. All right. Let's jump right into this. Like all my weekly news roundups, again, we start with Last Epoch, my current #1 and favorite ARPG. Now, right now, they are ramping up for their 7.10 patch, which should be coming soon. And when I say soon, it will likely be 1 or 2 weeks away. I covered everything that was happening last week, and now we've got 2 new pieces of information, starting with a new Sentinel skill, Shield Bash. Now, I've always said that this game needs to give shields more love, and we are finally getting a new skill. So this skill is going to be a physical melee strength skill, and it gives you some breakdowns of what's going to be on the specialty tree, what you can do with it, but ultimately this is what the base skill will look like. Well, you're obviously hitting with your shield, and then down here with your ring of shields around you, it's just a bigger effect. So new skill inbound for Sentinel. The other piece of information we got is visual improvements coming to this game. Now, obviously, this is an indie title, and normally when you hear indie, you don't have the big budget of these AAA game companies, so normally visuals are a little lacking. Well, on 7.10, they are going to be improving the visuals on their earliest created zones of the game, and we have some examples here. So let me pull this up. So what we're looking at right now is Last Refuge Outskirts. This is what it currently looks like. This is what it'll look like after the update. Obviously, a huge improvement. Moving on to the next one, this is the Upper District currently. After the update, gonna look like this. That looks really good. Next, we've got the Armory, right? It's supposed to be like where you make your weapons. Now it actually has like the lava here. You can see the little sparks flying in the air. Then we have the Lower District. It's a trap. And after. Armory looked better. The Upper Necropolis. You got the blood there and all the corpses. So, yeah, I mean, big improvements coming from a visual perspective. But I hope it does not affect frame rates, so we are still waiting for true optimization for this game. Torchlight 3. Now, I made a separate video this week breaking down the update for Torchlight 3, and I will link it at the end of this video, but in the ARG universe, this game is starting to make some headway. Now, this mainline patch for September 15th is one of the largest patches I have seen in a long time, and I showcased this in the video, but let me quickly do it now. So what you see on the screen, because we're on Steam, is the actual patch notes for it. Look how large this patch is. Scrolling down, 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 down. Keep going. Almost there. And we're done. Oh, but that's only page 1. Now we're on page 2. Scrolling down, 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 down. And we're at the bottom. Wow, that really is a large patch. 2 full pages. Oh, no. We still have one more. Page 3. Scrolling down, 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 down. So that's the entire update. Now, this is an early access game, and there really is a lot to fix. But I did a full test, and the patch feels really, really good. What Torchlight focused on for this update is 10 additional skill points, and if you haven't logged into the game recently, there's a full respec, so you have to go through and redo all your skills. They've completely changed the light and dark mechanic of the Dust Mage. They have changed difficulty tuning and XP tuning, so how much you get. The Legendarium and Enchanting has gotten an update, and we now have a training dummy in our fort. So, and that's just like that's just a very generic overview. There's so much they did with this update, from a visual perspective, from an optimization perspective, from a monsters perspective. Literally every single aspect of the game has changed or been tweaked after this massive Torchlight 3 update. Path of Exile Heist League is now officially underway. It went live yesterday, September 18th, and they did balance some skills before this update or this new league went live. So the skills that they have changed or tweaked, okay? Ascendancies, Glancing Blows, Divine Flesh, Enduring Cry, Ball Lightning, Spellslinger, Redemption Sentry, Spectre, Cluster Jewels, Vitality, Precision, Clarity. These also include Val and Purity skills, Ailment Effect, Projective Behavior Ordering, Reducing Visibility and Stealth, changes to the mods providing flat life regen, and several changes to the mod tag system. So there is a lot of difference with this Heist League. So if you just logged into it and you're trying to see why things feel so different, make sure you check out the actually official list on their website of what's changed. On top of that, there's actually been a little bit of rumbling from the Path of Exile community to Grinding Gears Games about its stash system. So check this out. Grinding Gears Games has clarified their policy regarding League stash tabs, which recently raised concerns from the Path of Exile community. The team recognizes they need a policy regarding item storage, which is future-proof against future League releases. To that end, stash tabs are a key to funding development according to the team, but Grinding Gears Games has provided some additional details here. Now, if you don't know what Path of Exile is, or you've never played it, this game is completely free to play, and it is the best ARPG probably of the decade. That being said, Grinding Gears Games does have to have a way to make money to continue to support these new leagues, and for the majority, if you play this game, you are almost required to buy stash tabs, because in ARPGs, you have to have a way to store all your gear. So this is what they're doing. Listen to this. However, with League content, our policy is now that any items that are essential to progression in the League, like Seeds of Harvest or contracts from Heist, will have their own dedicated storage system in that League. Any rewards from a League, example Blight Oils or Delve Fossils, can be put into their own purchasable stash tab or a regular stash tab you already own. Grinding Gears Games believes this policy will create a reasonable compromise for free storage and mandatory progression items. The storage device for Heist will be found in the Rogue Harbor. Here you can store contracts, blueprints, and markers. So if you don't understand what that means, in the new league, there's always going to be new items that you have to store. So in this example, you're going to need contracts, blueprints, and markers. And normally, as you're collecting all those, they're filling up your stash tabs, which then forces you to purchase more stash tabs. So now, anytime there's a new league, you're going to be able to store all those league items that you need to find in its own way that isn't in a stash tab. But if you want to collect rewards from older leagues, those have to be in purchasable stash tabs. I think that's a fair compromise. Hogwarts Legacy has now been officially revealed to us with a new trailer. Now, I made a video earlier in the week breaking down everything we know about this game and playing you the trailer in 4K. I will link that at the end of this video. But quick overview, basically this is an open world RPG, and it's focused around the Hogwarts castle or school in the 1800s. It has nothing to do with the books, and you won't see any characters that were in the movie, and in my opinion that's a good thing because they have creative reign to do whatever they want with this world. Now what you see on the screen right now is a picture or an overview of the world, and it's not just going to be in the castle. You'll be able to go to the towns around it, you'll be able to go to the forest, you'll be able to go to caves. Like, it is supposed to be a completely open world experience, potentially even being able to pick if you are going to be a good wizard or a bad wizard, so what kind of arts you want to learn while you are going through your schooling. The developer on this game is Avalanche, so they're a pretty good developer. I'm sure they're going to do the game fine, and the publisher is Warner Brothers. Now, something really interesting, and we're not going to get into politics, but I did think you should see this because it's all over the internet. J.K. Rowling not directly involved in the creation of Hogwarts Legacy game, Warner Brothers says. And when it says not directly involved, I've done a little more research. She is not involved whatsoever in any way, any form of this game. The original Harry Potter author did not write the new story. So Warner Brothers is doing their own thing with Avalanche on this game, which is fine. It's not based upon her books, but I know at some point somebody is going to ask me that, so I'll just squash it right now. J.K. Rowling is not a part of this game development. Baldurs Gate 3 dropped Community Update 6 this week, and we are now 12 days away from getting our hands on early access. That's right, we are almost there. Now again, if you don't know, this game will cost $60 to get into the early access. That being said, it's going to give you 25 hours of gameplay. And if you go slow, of course, you can always draw that out. Now for this Community Update 6, what they really focus on is interactions, multiplayer, and cinematics. Now again, I made a completely separate video this week breaking down Community Update 6, and I will link that at the end of this video as well if you want to check it out. But one of my favorite things they are doing, at least that they explained during this, let me show you. It's the Twitch integration with the community. Check this out. Twitch integration works by numbering each dialogue option, which corresponds to the viewer choice. The feedback is seamlessly integrated into the game where both streamer and viewer will see each percentage vote next to each dialogue option. So basically, while you are streaming this game, or if you are watching the streamer, you can go in and vote for what dialogue option they want you to, or you want them to pick. Or if you're the one streaming it, you can see what your community wants you to do, and it's a great way to interact with them. Furthermore, players will be able to interact with the Twitch overlay to access the player's inventory, character sheet, skills, and spells. So if you did have a favorite streamer and you were watching them daily, weekly, whenever, you can actually follow the character progression while being able to access their inventory and everything they know about the character yourself without them having to show you. Again, this is a very small overview of Community Update 6. Check out the video at the end of this video if you want to see more about Baldurs Gate 3. 12 days away. Likely my favorite story for the week. Nvidia is doing everything humanly possible to stop RTX 3080 bots and scalpers. So this week, the new RTX 30 series GPUs went on sale, and a lot of people went to multiple websites, added it to the cart. Normally it says a pre-order, and then we're waiting to the second for this card to fully drop. They set their alarms, they were up early, they were ready to purchase. Now, when it went live and you were actually able to purchase within seconds, the entire internet, everywhere that you could buy GPUs, sold out. Seconds, not minutes, not hours, not days, seconds. It was gone. So how did this happen? It's because people that are smart created bots to auto purchase it for them. These bots are faster than fingers, and they ordered the entire stock of them and then immediately put them on eBay. Once you get your order confirmed, they then pop up on eBay for a ridiculous cost. And believe it or not, normally people will buy them. So Nvidia is trying to counteract this. Now you're probably wondering, why is this my favorite story? Well, first off, we got a couple memes. 3080 in my cart, just hit checkout and get hit with this. Sorry, we can't complete this purchase at this time. Me buying my 3080 at 9 a.m. when it releases. Store page coming soon. F5, which is refresh. Store page out of stock. When the 3080 sells out in 1 second. Oh, I can't play that. How I feel after ordering my 3080 from Amazon Germany or worldwide. So why is this story so hilarious? Okay, check this out. I'm not gonna read for you this picture, but I'm sure you could see it. Frustrated gamers are battling eBay scalpers with fake $50,000 bids and RTX 3080 paper editions. So basically, people are so pissed at the people that created bots to purchase the cards that they went and created their own bots to screw up their eBays. So one, the eBay right now is inundated with just fake pictures of 3080 video cards that have nice labels on them telling the people what they think about them. But on top of that, there's tons of bots that are bidding up the people that actually have those 3080s on sale. And obviously, once they win the bid, those people are never going to get their money. So the community is fighting back with their own bots, screwing up these people making money off the bots that they used. I hope that makes sense, but it is really, really funny. I guess that's how you fight fire with fire. Cyberpunk 2077 dropped Night City Wire Episode 3. And what did that give us? Well, we now have 2 new trailers for the game, and I wish I could play them on this video, but it would make the video far too long, so I'm going to link it in the description below because you should check it out if you want to play this game. But on top of that, we now have the system requirements for the game. Now, a lot of people were worried that this game was going to require an extremely high-end PC to run based upon the visuals that we've seen from the trailers already. And maybe it still will, but right now from them, they have given us what they recommend. Cyberpunk 2077 won't require a high-end gaming rig. CD Projekt Red has revealed the minimum and recommended specs for the RPG. Now let me zoom in so you can see it. Right here. You don't look at minimum. You never want to run a game on minimum. Recommended. Windows 10, of course, DirectX 12, Intel i7 or Ryzen 3 3200, memory 12 gigs. Right here, graphics card, Nvidia GTX 1060 6GB or AMD Radeon R9 Fury. Storage is fairly massive, 70 gigs, but we kind of knew that was coming. But ultimately, the GPU, it's saying for recommended a 1060. So if you've got a PC that you have built over the last 3 generations, you should be fine playing this game. And if you were worried because you didn't get a 3080, it looks like you don't have to be mad anyways, because I'm sure your old GPU will be able to play this game. And again, check out the description below for the link to watch the 2 new trailers. Last but certainly not least, and this last one is also fairly comical, at least to me. Electronic Arts is renaming Origin to the EA desktop app. Now, you likely didn't notice nor care, but Origin has been officially retired and we are waiting for the birth of the new application. Just a month after retiring Origin Access, Electronic Arts has revealed that the Origin name is going away entirely. In an interview with GamesIndustry.biz, EA Senior Vice President Mike Blank said that the Origin software on PC is being rebranded to, hold on for your hats for this one, the EA desktop app. Man, that sounds enticing on my computer. EA desktop app. The app formerly known as Origin will also be given a visual overhaul, which Blank said will create a more frictionless, fast, socially oriented experience for our players where it becomes the best place for them to connect with the people they want to play with in the games they want to play. Now, the person that wrote this article is Andy Chalk, and I feel the exact same way he feels with this statement. I don't really care about that. Just launch the game and leave me alone. Exactly. I just want to click on the game I want to play with and I want you to launch it correctly and make sure it's up to date. I don't need a social experience. If I want to get a social experience, I will log on to my Discord. But it's also getting a better patching experience and updates to the login process, which I will absolutely welcome. Now, this last part of the article just kills me. Blank said the rebranding is part of a larger strategy aimed at putting the focus on Electronic Arts by creating a common and consistent brand that is centered around EA and what EA stands for. I know a lot of gamers. You probably do too if you're watching this video. Most people don't have a great impression of EA. It is the quintessential AAA gaming company that just wants to squeeze literally every single cent out of you. I would change every single name they had from EA to Origin or whatever name to try and get as far away from that one as possible. But it appears they are rebranding everything, including Origin, to the EA desktop app. We have come to the end of our weekly news roundup for week 38, 2020. Let me know what you think, and if I potentially missed a large gaming story, I want to continue to make these as beneficial as possible. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We are approaching 330 members, great conversations every day, especially around ARPGs. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together so you never start the server alone. Link for the Discord is in the description below. Thank you all for watching. Stay home, stay safe. Do not forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron, out.